Okay, we're so hyped right now. We're going to talk about Galactic Legends. Okay, and the idea of this video is there's 12 characters required to get Galactic Legend Kylo Ren, 12 for Galactic Legends Rey. That's going to be on your channel. And we're going to talk about which characters to upgrade now, or are you going to be like me and upgrade none of them until we know what the kit is? But if you're going to upgrade some now, who should you upgrade for your Grand Arena? Which is not going to hurt you, because I'm going to tell you this. I went and looked at my match for today for Grand Arena, and I saw my opponent had Relic, Rose Tico, and Holdo, and I was like, yes! Hopefully it's a W.
You're such a hater, man.
I know, right? But if you don't want to mess up your matchmaking, who should you relic today and in what order? Yeah. So we've got a list, right? What do you think about all this?
And we checked it twice. I mean, here's the thing. There's some characters that aren't going to be helpful and from both Rey and Kylo, but there is a core team that are very Grand Arena viable for First Order and Resistance. That's what we're going to try to guide you with today on your channel and mine.
Yeah, so we're going to go over and do Rey on your channel, and we got Kylo here and say Rey who. We're not doing that here. We're going to do that joke on your channel. Okay, so I think there's two paths, and the idea is to build one team and have a useful team in Grand Arena. So there's two paths, and I'm going to say this right now. The two characters that have my blessing to meet the requirements right now today, if you're going to do one team, is one, Kylo Ren Unmasked at Relic 5 and Kylo Ren Masked at Relic 7. Now, what's the idea of those two characters there?
So first off, if you're thinking about putting a Grand Arena team together, you got to work around the leader, right? And really, there's only one good leader in this whole entire list, Kylo Ren Unmasked. His leader's solid. His Zeta stood the test of time. Solid all-around Grand Arena leadership. Even before you start integrating Hux and Sith Trooper, it's a counter to car teams, counter to some Resistance teams out there, counter to Bounty Hunters, Old Republic, and if you can maximize it, maybe Night Sisters. But that you need to start there. If you're going to start your journey, Kylo Ren Unmasked is the way to go. Plus, has a great ship with him.
Yes. So there you go. Then from there, so you got the two Kylos, right? Then from there, it's you either going to do Hux and the red Sith Trooper or the fake Sith Trooper, right? Sith Trooper, as you like to call it. Yeah, okay, because let's just talk about those two characters first. And I want to talk about the fake Sith Trooper firstly, which is standalone character, useful in many teams. Like this Sith Trooper right here at Relic 5 is the real deal. He gets the full benefit of relics. I mean, you could take him up to 7, and he gets. I mean, he's kind of like the echo of the First Order, let's say, right? I mean, he's kind of he's the real deal, right? So, like, if you're gonna relic anything, and if you already have this character, I mean, this is the way to go, right? I'm hyped on this character. Are you hyped on this character?
Solid, man. Every time I pull him out to use him, he's just crazy. I have him at Relic 5 or 4. So Relic 5, as I'm looking at this right now. He is so great. The cleansing is fantastic, giving advantage. He's kind of like Anakin and Grievous, where he gets a bonus turn if you start knocking down his allies. And he kind of bounces back between First Order and Sith, so you can use him as a Vader lead, Trey lead, Palpatine lead. I've seen some weird Sith Empire teams use him, and he just hits so hard. You do a Master Sith with Hux, and Sith Trooper will double tap for like 60,000 each. Great character. I always get excited. He's probably my favorite pay-to-play character of 2019.
Yep, he's the real deal. So, like, I'm currently farming him. You know, he's probably even worth refreshing, in the store to farm him faster. This is probably the only character
I was tempted to start farming him on my free-to-play account because he's accessible pretty early. It's like, man, I really want to get him, but I know there's not a lot of use at the beginning for him, but he is such a fun character. Because
there's 4 new characters from the movie, right? 4 new characters. We're going to talk about the other 2 on your channel, and here we've got Hux and Sith Trooper. Of the 4, for me, the red Sith Trooper is the best character of the 4. It's just like so much. I mean, there's a lot of value there. And not tied to a team, because Hux is on this list too. If you're going to build one good First Order team, Hux has to be on it. But Hux is pretty much tied to this First Order, right?
Yeah, there's not a lot of places to use him. Once they kind of nerfed him a bit and controlled his turn meter prevention only to First Order, not a lot of places to use him, but he's solid with the Kylo Ren lead. If you want to go that route, he's so fast. You can do a quick mass assist at the beginning, delete a character like First Order, even without the Sith Trooper and Hux. They're great against, things like Karth and bounty hunters. But man, once you get Hux in, it changes the dynamics quite a lot. Or what you could really do, because there's all these other bad first order characters, you could take Hux and make a second team with him, put him with the TIE pilots, because then you have high basic damage.
Right.
And so that might be useful for people. You could create a second team with General Hux, but I think the best use for General Hux right now is definitely under the Kylo Ren unmasked leadership, which is the best first order lead still, in my opinion.
But I think if you're working towards getting the Galactic Legend Kylo Ren, as far as efficiency and Grand Arena matchmaking, at best one team. Two teams, I think you're going to be hurting your matchmaking if you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like.
We're assuming there's no reworks happening for a lot of these characters. There's a very good chance this week or next week they're like, all right, we're gonna touch up all these garbage characters, and wow, now you have a Kylo Ren team, and you have a then you have a Hux team, and then you got a Supreme Leader Kylo Ren team. There you go, 3 first order teams right there, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, the way it stands right now, I'm not any rush.
Not too hopeful for reworks.
Yeah.
But there's a possibility. They've been keeping us in the dark quite a lot.
Okay, so then we're gonna just say this. So we got the 2 Kylos, right? And then we've got the 2 new characters. Now, let's say you don't get the 2 new characters. I'm going to make a suggestion for 3 characters to upgrade if you're not going to do Hux and Sith Trooper. And that would be First Order Stormtrooper. And I would say he's probably the number 2 of those 3 right there in the middle, right? I mean, what can you say about Stormtrooper?
So here's the thing. I'm glad you said number 2, because I think if you're trying to find the best all-around first order team without Hux and Sith Trooper, Executioner is going to be the better one to go. But the nice thing about Stormtrooper, he bolsters the defensive viability of your team quite a lot. If you can try to, like, you usually have 1 tank in a team. If you can make a double tank team work, that really gets annoying for people, because then they're bouncing between Kylo Ren as well as the first order Stormtrooper, and plus he can get people to assist and whatnot. So Stormtrooper is not a horrible character. He does have a place in the first order lineup. I use him quite a lot, and if you're going to place first order on defense, that Stormtrooper could, if it's well modded and geared up, could cause you some problems if it takes you away from Kylo Ren.
So if you're going to go Hux and Red Sith Trooper, is he going to be your 5th?
For the most part, I've been using that because I only bring an Executioner if I need some extra offensive help. With the Sith Trooper and Hux, it's like, all right, the offensive capabilities covered. I want some more defensive capabilities to kind of, in case Kylo loses his taunt, which is kind of easy, a quick swipe by the hand from Rey, and Kylo loses his taunt, then they can go after Hux. Because when you go after a first order team, with Hux has to be the first person you take out with all of his anti-turn meter stuff going on. So I'd rather have a second tank covering Hux's butt.
So there you go. There's like the optimal 1 team right now, the way it stands right now, would be the 2 new characters, the 2 Kylos, and First Order Stormtrooper. Now, if you're not going for the 2 new characters, Hux and Red Sith Trooper, we've got 2 more choices. First Order Executioner. Probably the number 1 right there, because he's the massive damage. Basically, kind of is doing the job of the Red Sith Trooper right there, right?
Kind of, yeah. That's what I was saying. If you don't have the Red Sith Trooper, Executioner picks up on the damage that you're missing out on. I mean, there's been some cute little lineups I've seen that use First Order Officer, uses the Executioner under a Kylo Ren team. First Order Officer's feeding Terminator Executioner, and against Sith Empire, sometimes, depending on how well modded they are, you can use Executioner to just bam, like one-shot some characters. Yeah. But you need a good relic First Order Executioner. He's a fun character. He's got a buff to spell, so he's definitely helpful. He can definitely smash you and kind of throw you a little bit of a surprise your way.
Okay, so if you're not going for the new characters, we've got the 2 Kylos, First Order Executioner, First Order Stormtrooper, and in the 5th slot would be First Order Officer, which to me, Hux kind of replaces this guy. They do a lot of the. Hux is like a better version of this guy, right?
Yeah, so the Hux and First Order Officer, they kind of play a little bit on Thrawn a little bit. So you have Thrawn, Hux, and you have the First Order Officer, and you kind of just work your way up the ladder a little bit. So First Order Officer, I mean, the one main thing about him is that he can just kind of feed turn meter, but the problem is it's not a turn meter swap like Hux or, for example, Thrawn. So if there's a shock, it stops the turn meter from being granted. And he also, the funny thing is, First Order Officer feeds turn meter. You're not guaranteed to go right away. Unlike Thrawn, you're guaranteed to go next with that other character. So if First Order Officer he's okay. That turn meter can be helpful. You want to get Kylo Ren to keep feeding turn meter with his AoE. But other than that, he's just okay if you're using First Order. All around viability garbage. For First Order, he's okay.
All right, now let's talk about the dumpster fires. Are you ready to talk about the dumpster fires?
How could you say that? They're beautiful characters.
Captain
I used them in my
Phasma.
Grand Arena defense the other day.
Captain Phasma, dumpster fire, right?
Captain Plasma, yeah. If it wasn't for her AoE turn meter gains, she'd be a trash tier character in this game. Her leadership is severely outdated. Very good for beginner players until you're like level 50, but outside of that, not too much going on with her. Here, let's look at the bright side. We kind of skipped this over of Kylo Ren Mask. She's needed for a good ship. The Kylo Ren command shuttle is essential if you want to make the finalizer worthy of anything. Yeah. So it's like, all right, she's a pilot. Okay, but as a character, she doesn't add too much to the Kylo Ren Mask lead. Yeah. Maybe if you want to do a Hux lead with her, I guess maybe. Okay. I don't know.
Veteran smuggler Han Solo is probably the last one on this list that I would upgrade. Would you agree?
Well, yeah, so if you're working on the first order round, trying to start building up characters to form as teams, or you're going to use Smuggler Han Solo. And we're assuming you don't have a resistance team already built up, and you're not going after Galactic Legends Rey at this point. For first order, it doesn't look like his rework's going to give any first order synergies.
No, but he's the idea is that he's going to work under Jedi Training Rey.
That's or Poe or Finn lead or something like that.
So we'll talk
right now. There's no logical connection to that.
If you want some more context to what to do with veteran smuggler Han Solo, watch Arnold's video, link up in the top right hand corner. But let's keep going down the dumpster fire characters. First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot. There's a ship. That's about it. There's a ship.
Yeah, it's a ship. And I mean, that's really the extent of it. And this ship is important for the finalizer. Right. It's not a great ship overall. If you're running the finalizer, you need it in your starting lineup 100%. Other than that, you can use them under a Phasma lead or a Hux lead, I guess. Yeah. You know, he'll put out some okay damage.
And I think First Order TIE Pilot is another one. It's just like, the character's not going to do anything for you. The ship actually is not even...
when I run the finalizer lineup for videos or whatever, he's kind of back there in the reinforcements. A lot of battles I don't get to him. He hits hard, but really for the ship, he's not that important.
The Special Forces TIE Pilot, the ship is more useful because at least you can get an assist from Kylo Ren's ship, right?
Extra potency to land extra stuns and stuff like that.
Okay, and then lastly, we're going to talk about Palpatine. And this is not a character that I think a lot of people rushed to a Relic. I mean, I saw, there's a lot of characters that are no-brainer to take to Relic 7. Palpatine was never on that list. Would you agree?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good character.
The Gear 13 Relic 1 a long time ago.
Right.
Not a long time ago. I'd say probably within the past 2 months I've done it or something like that.
Luxury Relic, though, right?
I had to plan the Relic 7. What was that?
This is Emperor Palpatine. The people that took Palpatine to Relic 7 before this announcement was definitely a luxury relic. I mean, it's like, 100%. My goodness.
It's more for fanatics that just like love Palpatine. I get it. But it wasn't like if I had to write a list of my next 20 relics, Palpatine wasn't really on that short list of stuff to do. It's not a bad relic. It's all right, but it's like, all right, it's not something that was important to do. The thing about Palpatine that's so important is the leadership, really. Right. That's the whole part about him. He gets more survivability, and he also gets some crit avoidance and extra damage and accuracy. But other than that, this relic was like not a top priority, really.
All right, so it's almost time for the giveaway. So to recap, the 2 Kylos. There you go, right? The 2 Kylos. Then you either have...
Great place to start.
Yeah, then you either went for Hux and Sith Trooper, which is amazing, by the way, and along with Stormtrooper. But if you're not going to do the Hux Sith Trooper, then you're going to put in there the Executioner and First Order Officer. And then the rest of these characters are just because you have to do it. I mean, they're not going to... They're probably hurt.
There's no reworks.
Yeah, they're hurt. As the way it stands today, the rest of these characters would be hurting your matchmaking, in my opinion. Other than Palpatine's going to help you, but I don't know about the rest of them. It seems all bad. So guess what time it is?
Time for the giveaway!
Okay. And this is all you're doing. And I just got to say, I thought this was hysterical right here.
How much they pay you, man? I want a cut of this.
Yeah, well, okay. All right, I really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free in your account an 8-star toilet paper. This is not a scam. Yeah, I saw you do this on the stream. My goodness.
Yeah.
Why does the bundle pop up if you already have bought the bundle? Like
it's so bad.
What? This is not Marvel Strike Force. What happened to this game? Like I remember thinking it's like, wow, we don't have these annoying pop-ups. Now we have annoying pop-ups. I don't know, man. Somebody over there is doing a great job with marketing and packs. I mean, they've really put a lot of thought into this kind of stuff right there. So now we've added some toilet paper to it. Imperial, that's definitely worth it now, right?
Type your creator code. This is not a scam when purchasing this, so MobileGamer gets 95% of the cut.
Yeah, the content creator code. Could you imagine having our face tight? Oh my God. Anyways. Yeah. All right, guys, head over to Arnold's channel. We're going to talk about the Galactic Legends Ray. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.
Peace.
Bye.